Want to know the number one mistake that I see busy parents making when they're trying to help their kids with reading? It's an easy fix. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim Cree. I own Creative Reading Adventures. Reading is my jam. I have my master's in it. I have 4 kids that I've used these tricks with, and I'm here to help you foster a love of reading in your home. Okay, so let's dive right in. The number one mistake I see parents make when they're trying to help their kids with reading is when they ask their child to sound out this word. When they sound out this word, they say ma-at, mat. But if a kid hears that, ma-at, they're saying ma-at. So you are actually giving this M, or the first letter usually, a little bit of an extra oomph. We call it a schwa sound sometimes. It sounds kind of like and it's just a very common thing that you do if you're not aware of it, okay? So why is it important and how do we fix it? Let me tell you a little bit about phonemic awareness. Phonemes are the smallest units of sound. So when we hear the letter A, it has a, it can also say a, right? So those are the 2 sounds that that letter makes. So phonemes actually doesn't even worry about the letter. It's just the sounds that you hear in a word. The way you know if you're doing phonemic awareness is if you can close your eyes and you can still do all the things you're talking about, like just cat and hat rhyme, rhyming, blending. If you can figure it out with your eyes closed, then it's phonemic awareness. So why is that important for us as parents? We have to know that phonemes make one sound, right? So when we say the M says ma, we're actually saying the M says the sound and the sound. So the easiest thing to correct that is to really catch yourself. In some letters, it's easier than others, I understand. But we want to make sure when you're sounding this word out with your child, you're saying at, not ma-at, right? Because now you're, again, adding that schwa sound at the end. And it's very confusing when kids try to blend or put those letters together to make that word and make it sound correctly. When they're saying, well, ma-at doesn't make mat, it's mata. So now that you're aware of it, it's an easy fix, right? You just take off any extra sounds from the end of the letters that you're saying or when you're helping your child with their reading. I see this all the time. As a first grade teacher, I would correct parents during parent conferences as nicely as possible. As a reading specialist, that's always one of my first things to point out to parents, is just to not add any of those schwa sounds or those sounds to the end because it's confusing for our kids and we don't even realize that we're doing it. So let me know in the comments, are you guilty of this? Are you adding that little extra sound to a letter? Just let us know. It's not a big deal. Now you know to just say the letter at and chop those right at the end. Don't add any extra uhs to it. And you are already setting your child up for reading success. Happy reading.